Usiongee, meeting ishaanza. Njoo uone mpaka ngapi. Samahani.
Yeah, welcome everybody. Good afternoon. I hope everybody can hear me. And welcome to the International Water Managers for Industries training, also known as IWAMI. And we're thrilled that you have joined us today. My name is Christian. I'm here with the AHK team, with my colleagues Pendo Ringo and Marmini Mohammed. Also from our headquarters, the DIHK, we have Bert, Tanya, and Patricia from Chambers for GreenTech. And of course, our expert trainers, Dr. Magori and Dr. Clarence. So this training is part of the German-Tanzanian GreenTech Innovation Program, funded by the BMUV, the German Ministry for Environment, and aims to enhance sustainable water management in Tanzanian industry and agriculture. We had a great kickoff with our conference 2 weeks ago in Dar, which some of you have attended. And now I'm very much looking forward to the training. And before I hand over to my colleague Marmini for an overview of the program, I would just like to briefly let Bert from our headquarters, Bert Wiebel, give us a brief welcome. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Christian, and thanks to you all for attending today. It's a big pleasure. It's been 2 weeks since I left Dar es Salaam, where we had this marvelous kickoff for the project. And today we're talking about IWAMI, and we as Chambers for GreenTech. First of all, we would like to greet you all and welcome you to this program on behalf of the German Federal Ministry for the Environment, which is more than happy to fund this initiative. And secondly, also we're very glad we are always cooperating with the network of German Chambers of Commerce and Industry abroad. And actually, IWAMI is, well, a perfect example, as it was initially developed in Latin America. And then we have this opportunity through the BMUV financing to bring it to East Africa and to really make it feasible for local expectation standards and needs. And unfortunately, my Swahili is not that good, but we're very, very glad to have it in Swahili as well. And thanks to you so much to the team from AHK in Dar es Salaam, and also to our trainers, Dr. Magori and Dr. Clarence. And without any further, I'm very, very much looking forward to our program today. Thanks, Mamini.
Thank you very much, Bert. Thank you very much. We were glad to have you in Dar es Salaam. My Swahili is also very bad, I can assure you, but we both have to then work on it for the next time, definitely. And yeah, thank you, Bert. And I would like to hand over to my colleague Mamini for a brief overview of the program's background and the course overview. Mamini, up to you.
Thank you so much, Christian. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for taking time to join this kickoff. Initially, we had announced that this training will be happening in February, almost more than 4 months ago. So seeing this come to life is amazing. And thank you so much for bearing with us while we just make sure everything goes according to plan. So just a bit of a background regarding the training. This training is part of the German-Tanzania GreenTech Innovation Program, which is funded by the Federal Ministry of Environment of Germany, and it is part of the Environmental Export Technologies Initiative, maybe as Bert just mentioned. So there was an analysis that was done, and it was realized that there is a growing demand of skilled water management professionals in the industry here in Tanzania, and we also need to bridge the gap between theory and application. So that's why we decided to come up with this training, which is called IWAMI, an acronym that means International Water Managers for Industries. So it's a blended learning program that can be done online, but also incorporates like an in-person kind of training. But it has also been adapted to suit the market-specific context here in Tanzania, and it focuses on practical application and real-world problems. So just going back to IWAMI, IWAMI was initially developed by AHK Brazil. For those who have never engaged with AHK before, AHK serves like a chamber of commerce. So it's the German Chamber of Commerce in Brazil that initially developed this concept. And they trained people in Brazil, and later, because of its success, they decided to bring it to different parts of the world, and it was adopted by our colleagues in Southern Africa as IWAPI. But for them, they just focused on workshops, but they tried to adapt the concept to suit more the South African setting. So when we also saw the concept through this project, we thought, why not adapt it to the Tanzanian context? And later, you'll hear directly from Dr. Clarence and Dr. Maguri, who are our experts, who championed the adaptation of the IWAPI concepts to suit the Tanzania setting. So for sustainability purposes, this course will be available in an e-learning format, and we have done the translation in English and Swahili. It will be on ATINGI. I'm not sure if most of you are familiar with ATINGI, but don't worry. We will have some kind of sessions or consultations to show you how to navigate ATINGI at a later stage. So these are our 4 modules. We decided to focus on 4 modules initially instead of 6, because IWAMI had 6 modules. But because of the depth of the content, we decided to focus on 4 modules initially. So the first module is on water supply. The second one is on integrated environmental protection and water scarcity. In module 1 and 2, adaptation was led by Dr. Clarence and will be trained by Dr. Clarence Kisiki. You'll shortly hear from her. Module 3 and 4, Module 3 focuses on use and reuse of water in industrial practice, while Module 4 focuses on wastewater treatment and disposal. So it has a good balance of like water and wastewater concepts. So for Module 3 and 4, you'll hear directly from Dr. Magori Nyangi, who championed the adaptation and also developed some of the concepts from scratch. As I said earlier, it is also available in Swahili. The content is available in Swahili for those who wish to engage with the learning in Swahili. So now I hand back to Christian so that he can introduce, give the trainers an opportunity.
Thank you very much, Mwamini. And I think we'll start with Dr. Magori. If you may share a few words to the audience.
Thank you, Christian. Yeah, of course, I am Dr. Magori Nyangi. Currently, I work at Water Institute as a lecturer, and also I'm an expert in water quality, water management, wastewater management as well. So I think as the way that Mwamini introduced me, that I will be the one to train the two modules, modules 3 and module 4. The module 3, which is on use and reuse of water and industrial practice, and module 4 on water, wastewater treatment and disposal. The two modules are also in Swahili, and I believe because majority of the trainee, I think most of them, they are from Tanzania. So this will be also useful to them, because sometimes when the material are in English, it is difficult for some of those who are native Swahili to understand. So I believe that the material that are also in Swahili will help them to understand in deep the content of the modules. So thank you, Christian.
Thank you very much, Dr. Magori. And now I would like to hand over to Dr. Clarence for some few words.
Thank you so much, Mr. Christian. As I was introduced earlier, I'm Dr. Clarence Kisiki. I also work for Water Institute Tanzania, and have been working so closely with AHK for a while now through this project. And I thank the AHK team for the cooperation and everything that was very much organized timely to make the preparation of these modules swift. So as was introduced by Ms. Mwamini, I work for modules, module 1, which is water supply, and module 2, which is integrated environmental protection and water scarcity. So I will be the one also training these two modules, and I hope we'll have a very good learning environment, as everything is being prepared by AHK team. And also we are looking forward for participants to have what they are expecting to learn from this session. So thank you so much. I'm looking forward to have the training session next week.
Thank you very much to you both. I'm also very much looking forward. And now Mwamini will walk us through the learning journey. Mwamini, back to you again.
Sorry, my mic was on mute. Sorry. Thank you, Christian, and Dr. Clarence and Dr. Magori for the brief introduction. I see you did not blow your own trumpet, but they have really done a great work in really trying to create relevance for the content, and it was not an easy task, but they really made it feel like it's easy, and we really hope that you'll get to appreciate the great work that they have done. So back to the learning journey. As you can see from the slide, we first have the webinar series, which officially kick off next week. and we'll have this for 4 weeks because there are 4 modules. The webinars will be held in English, but in terms of engagement in the Q&A, participants are free to engage in the language of their choosing, but ideally we'll have the webinar sessions held in English. Then we will move to the self-paced e-learning phase, which it will be activated by mid-March. Here is when participants will get to engage with the content on ATINGI. And then we'll also have the in-person training phase, where participants, after gathering everything from the webinar and the self-paced e-learning phase, they get to also participate in some site visits for 3 days. So a combination of these 3 activities is what makes a person, or it is what creates the whole IWAMI. So as you can see right now, just to go back right now in terms of our journey, we are in the webinar phase, right? We have just started our journey. So I hope to see all of you see through the finish line, even though it is not easy. So just more detail on the learning journey. As we mentioned, there are 4 topics. So there will be 4 webinars. They are structured to be held every Wednesday from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. You'll notice the 2-hour session is structured in order to allow engagement with the trainers as well. But also engagement will be available through the ATINGI platform in case there are any more questions, but we'll also have more engagement during the in-person training phase. So every Wednesday from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. East Africa time, we'll have the webinar series until 26th. After 12th March, the self-paced e-learning phase will then be activated. By then, all participants should have at least an account on ATINGI, and AHK will walk you through this. And from 8th April to 10th April, we'll host an in-person training phase, which will provide more details closer to the dates, but it will be held here in Dar es Salaam. Additionally, just before this, maybe I just invite Christian to open the floor before I advise the next steps.
Okay, sounds good, Mamini. You heard her. We want to hear from you. What are your expectations? Do you have any questions to the trainers, to Mamini? Yeah, the floor is yours. Whoever feels like the need to express his expectations or has any questions about the program.
Please raise your hands. Sorry, Christian, it's just that I think this is just now a culture issue. So since nobody will go first, I think we should start just calling their names, because at the end of the day, we also want to hear from them. So maybe you can go in that manner. You're on mute, Christian.
Okay, what about Steven Salom? Do you have any questions? I saw your microphone was on for a few seconds.
I don't have any question, but I'm so happy to be with you in this webinar session, and I'm expected to learn a lot of things about water supply and the other things in water resources management. But I'm Stephen, and I'm working at the Model Foundation. I'm the program officer of water and the partnership. So I'm expected to learn a lot of things. So when I start to learn, I think I have a lot of questions to ask and to understand how about the water supply, integrated environment and the protection and the water scarcity,
Fair enough.
and the use and the reuse in that practice.
Thank you very much. Fair enough. And I see somebody has his camera on, so it's your own fault. So now I'm going to call you. 𝐀𝐻 if I pronounce that correctly. Do you have any questions or expectations?
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Hello. I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you for the opportunity. Actually, as per my fellow from Modeuji Foundation, if I'm not mistaken, I want to know about water supplies and the issue of water treatment, because in Tanzania, a lot of people are facing the diseases because of this water which are not clean. Thank you.
Maybe there's a question the trainers can answer, or any other experts we have in the call. Dr.
Okay,
Magori or Dr.
so-
Clarence? Or Mamini, you said.
No, Dr. Magori, Dr. Clarence first.
Yeah, of course, regarding the issue of diseases that are due to the polluted water, there are some guidelines that requires one before the water can be supplied for public consumption, then it must be treated to the point that it meets the safety level. So all those issues, we will just take them through when we will start the training.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I saw Mr. Damas wants to share his expectations in the chat, which is totally fine, of course. Yeah, anybody else has any expectations or questions? I don't want to call you just out, although Mamini instructed me to do so. There we have one. Thank God. Alfonsina, go ahead.
Yes, thank you, Christian, and everyone for this initiative. So my expectation will be, for instance, for Module 1 water supply, I expect before the webinar to have the content for water supply, what to expect before, because the topic is quite wide. So I'd love to sit narrowed down and see what do I need to prepare so that I can come prepared, maybe with questions or something that I, in the similar context that I want to solve. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any more questions, expectations? Yeah, Steven has his mic on the whole time. Maybe he wants to add something else.
Nothing, but I have listened to one question of my friend. He said about Modeuji Foundation. For us, we deal to help people in a local village to drill the borehole and the shallow wells. And for this year, we are going direct to help the people in the communities in the local area in the terms of worship project, or known as the worship program. So as a Modeuji Foundation, to be a participant in this webinar, I know that I can learn a lot of things which can help me from my side to do a lot of work in Tanzanian mainland so as to make people have the clean and access water.
Thank you very much. Any other remarks? Okay, before I hand maybe over to Mamini for some ending. There, Mac. There we have another person. Please, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much for this session. On my side, I'm expecting much on water treatment and water supply. And so we are on that sector for pumps and water engineering. I am expecting more of experience and training on this stuff. That's what I'm expecting. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And you can always share your expectations also in writing to maybe prepare the trainers accordingly. Yeah, Damas is sharing it in the chat. You can also do that. Kennedy, please.
Thank you, Christian. I'm Kennedy Mapunda from AHK, Association of Tanzanian Water Supplies. Actually, to my remarks, it's just me being thankful and grateful for your initiative and bringing us together to teach us about water supply and water management. But for what I can see also, I see an emerging profession, water manager. So I'd love to participate and I wish you all a good luck. Thank you very much.
Thank you much. Thank you very much for these kind words, Kennedy. We really appreciate it, and we do our best to meet your expectations. Just before we close, we would like to also show our headquarter ministry that everybody's that we have so many participants and that we have a proper kickoff to this training. So I'd like to ask you kindly to just open your camera for a brief moment so we can take some take a picture and yeah, so we remember this moment for later, how it all started. So as many as possible, please, I would like to ask you to just put on your camera for a brief moment so we can just take a quick snapshot. Thank you, Patricia. Yeah, they're all coming, see? Thank you. And put on your brightest smile so my colleague can take a picture of happy faces that are looking forward to the training. Mamini, you tell me when it's done. Happy, Mamini?
Yes, happiness. I think I managed to get most of you. My colleague Pendo wants to say something.
Okay, sure. Pendo.
Well, hello everyone. Just wanted to say hello to everyone. Good to see you. Looking forward to having you in the training. And I encourage you to ask lots of questions, tell us your expectations, let us know if these modules are also relevant. You can even ask your questions in Swahili as well. Feel free to type your questions in Swahili because this course also, as you've been told, also be in Swahili. So yeah, feel free and yeah, let's engage more and looking forward to a good learning session with everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pendo. Mamini, anything that I forgot for the program or for this webinar, or can we conclude?
Not really. Maybe just to present a bit on the last slide. But I'm a bit sad because I expected to hear more from everyone else. Yes, on the expectations, because they have been waiting also for a long time. But it's okay because we have almost 8 weeks of engagements ahead. So we look forward to hearing more from them. And just in case if language was a problem, not a problem, maybe just to enhance the engagement, then Swahili would have also worked because the content is also available in Swahili. So can you see my screen? Good. Okay, thanks guys. So The next steps after this webinar is that you'll receive a copy of this presentation with extended information of the learning objectives from each module. I think it was Alfonsina who mentioned something about the learning expectations, like what you learn. So you'll receive this information and you'll be fully prepped before each webinar. But also you'll receive a Teams calendar blocker for the webinar series. So you'll receive at least 4 for each module, and you'll receive the blocker for the upcoming training, but you'll also receive an email from me that is requesting you to sign up on ATINGI, and as we wait for the self-paced e-learning phase to be activated by mid-March. So basically it is what you learn from the webinar, and the materials that you will be sharing with you will be available in a more engaging format on ATINGI. And for the in-person trainings as well, we'll send the blocker and more details to follow by March. But in case you have any questions, just feel free to reach out to us. But through the blockers, you also have access to engage with the trainers. So make most of the, make the most of it to take the opportunity to engage with the trainers during the webinars, the in-person sessions, but also on ATINGI through the discussion forums. But just before Christian closes, maybe just if someone has any additional comment.
Any more comments from you guys? Otherwise, the more questions and comments that will come as we process and proceed with the training, and I'm sure there will be a lot of questions to be asked and answered. And otherwise, I thank you all for attending this webinar. Looking forward to seeing you in the training. And if there's anything, also feedback, any questions, you can share them via email to my colleagues, to myself, to the trainers. And yeah, hopefully see you soon when the training starts. And yeah, take care, guys, and all the best. See you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, man.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you. See you later.
Bye, guys.
The next
See you.
sessions. The next.
Thank you.
Okay. Nationals.